Hello and welcome. This is Craig Milbourne here, Director of Comms Point Recruitment Solutions, Management Consulting Recruitment Specialists and Social Media for Recruitment Specialists as well. I want to aim to try and do something ridiculously unachievable today. I want to try and grow a LinkedIn network of around 15 million in just one day. So this could be an absolute shot in the dark. I could get nowhere, it could be really embarrassing, or I may get somewhere. So aim high, and then the only way is up, I guess. So I've been a LinkedIn user here, Craig Milbourne, for around 7 years. Here is my traditional LinkedIn profile, and here is my network statistics. So you can see there my direct connections are 5,765. My 2 degrees away separation is 1.4 million, and 3 degrees away is 14.2 million, with an overall network that I can contact directly of 15.6 million, which is pretty massive when you consider that LinkedIn itself is about 90 million users as of March 2011. So this is a very meaty profile. Basically, if you have less than 100 connections on LinkedIn, only 3% of members on LinkedIn can actually find you, even if they type your name into LinkedIn and actually search for it. So you're very lacking a lot of visibility when you have a small number of connections. At 500 plus connections on LinkedIn, and it stops showing at 500 when you go to your profile and scroll down there, you can see that once your connections hit 500 or more, that number stops counting. So to the whole world on LinkedIn, basically you could have as much as somebody with 20 million connections or somebody with 501. It wouldn't matter, they see the same. Okay, so once you have 500 plus connections on LinkedIn, 90% of LinkedIn members can find you. So that's the difference. 100 or less connections, only 3% can find you. 500 plus, a massive 90% of LinkedIn members can find you. So the change is phenomenal. So what I'm trying to get at here, having a good, decent sized network pays a lot of dividends and opens up a lot of doors and opportunities for you in terms of networking, business development, sales, prospects, marketing, recruitment, whatever your bag of tricks might be and usage of LinkedIn might be. So if we compare this profile with a brand new profile that I've set up. Okay, so I've logged into a brand new profile here, Craig Milbourne Online Video Marketing. If we look at my profile, down here I have just one solitary connection there. I'm looking to change that drastically. I've given myself a 15 million network target, so let's have a look at my network statistics, what I'm working with. I've got one connection, I've got 2 degrees away 47 network, and 2,900 3 degrees away, so a total number of users that I can contact through an introduction is a paltry 2,900 relative to my target of 15 million in one day. Now previously it took me, and I'm a good networker and I'm quite renowned for having a very sizable network on LinkedIn, it took me 7 years to develop that network. I'm going to try and do the same thing in about one day with about 15 minutes work. So that's what this video is about. So basically where we need to go to is a website, http://tiny.cc/LinkedIn steroids. So if we go to that URL there, we will reach a screen here which is basically it's for open networkers. So if you follow that URL and go to that screen, you can see what this is. Now there is a payment for $49.95, which is 30 or so British pounds. So I would advise everybody not to even consider doing that yet. Let's see what results I get before we come back to this. I mean, for me personally, it's a no-brainer because it's helped me in the past to develop my networks no end. So, but in order to demonstrate this opportunity to develop a huge network, I need to pay this. I've already done that. So I'll just sign in there as if I was about to log in. So I click on there to enter, and then I click on Go Build Your Networks, and basically it's a networking tool with lots of different open networkers, people that will network with anybody in given platforms. So with LinkedIn, that's what we're looking at here. We've got Twitter down there as well, Facebook, but what we're really looking for is to network on LinkedIn. So there's 4 invite me lists on the right hand side for these social networking sites for LinkedIn. So if I click on download list, I shall quickly download these files locally. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, almost 3, and there's for part 4 of 4. Save locally, just saving those there. So if I now go into my LinkedIn profile, again we can see, nothing's changed. I haven't conquered the world just yet. But what we're going to do is import some of those connections. So if we click on Contacts, Add Connections, and then go Import Your Desktop Email Contacts, and what we're going to do is do it from a contacts file. I then browse locally where I saved those documents just now, if I can just find those, and there they were. So 1, 2, 3, 4 of 4. So click on 1, click on Upload. This may take a little while. So this is all real time, there's no trickery, pokery here. So it may take just a little while to upload that. There we go. So we've got, okay, so it's uploaded all those contacts which are all open networkers. So we click on Send Invitations. Is that working? I think it is, it's just waiting. Okay, I've successfully sent 450 invitations, not enormous, so let's do it again. Add connections, import your desktop connections, file 2, open, upload. So we go again. $489 contacts to connect. Again, click on Send Invitations. Then we go to import your desktop contacts. Now the third file, open, click on upload. $496 contacts to connect, click on Send Invitations. And what LinkedIn will do will send to all of these individuals, I will be one of them included, who automatically volunteer to connect with other open networkers. They're known as Lions, LinkedIn Open Networkers. If you've ever seen that label within somebody's profile, well, that's what it means. And those individuals have given basically a guarantee that they won't decline to network with anybody else, so they're fully open networkers, so they should always accept your invitation to connect. That's the whole idea. A great tool for expanding networks. So it's just thinking about it at the moment. If you just check what time it is, so you can see this is real time. Type in time, it's 1:33 a.m. Let's have a look. Wednesday the 2nd of March, 1:33 a.m. So that's real time. I've just done a search there on Google. Okay, it says there you have successfully sent 325 invitations. So let's add the connections of the final file. There we go. Click upload file again. You can see it's circling around there, thinking about it. Hopefully this will work. We've already had 2 people want to join our network. So, you know, we're 2 out of 15 million already, so not doing too badly within a few seconds. So send invitations again to this handsome lot, and beautiful lot too. And there we go, you've successfully sent 262 invitations. So if we quickly go to my profile, go to contacts, I mean, suddenly there we've already got 20 connections, as you can see, and this is in just a few minutes flat. I mean, if we go again to time again, do a search for time, we can see it's 1:36. Scroll down, it's 1:36 there, Wednesday 2nd of March, so within no time at all we're starting to get connections coming through. If I click on that, there you can see, you know, there's some real people there. And if we click on contacts, network statistics, we're still on 2,900. I don't even think it's caught up actually. It's still on 1 for my connection, so I don't think it's had time to refresh. Total users you can connect directly with is 90 million there, so let's see how close to that we can get when we check tomorrow. Okay, thanks for listening, and we will check in tomorrow. The time is now, just for the record, 1:37. Hello again, it's Craig Milbourne here, and welcome back to this 15 million network challenge on LinkedIn. I've been with a client today. I've just quickly got back to the office. It's quite late. It's 11 o'clock on the same evening, the 2nd of March, Wednesday the 2nd of March. As I said, early hours of this morning, it was about 1:30 when we first did our first 10 minutes work on this. So I'm just going to log in and check now to see exactly where my LinkedIn status is in terms of my connections and my network. So we triggered it last night, we've left it, not touched it since, not logged in, not done anything. So I'll just do a quick validation and check on the time in Google there, so just to prove what time of day it is. So where are we? We're there we go, Wednesday the 2nd of March, the same day, 23:04 in terms of the time. So we're on the same day that we first triggered this. We've done about 10 minutes work already, so let's have a look to see what our results are. So if we quickly go to LinkedIn, I'll log into my LinkedIn profile there. I will go to my profile, and there we go, look at that, 500 plus connections. So that means I could have 501, or I could have 5 million or 50 million in here. We don't know until I check. So this is the exciting part. I've not actually looked at this yet to check it. So if you recall earlier on in this video sequence, the high-level goal that I was hoping to set myself was a 15 million network with 15 minutes work, which is absolutely crazy suggestion, I think, almost, but we've taken on the challenge anyway. So let's go in there and click on network statistics and see what we have. And there we go, would you look at that. Okay, so I've got 749 first tier connections from those data imports. 2 degrees is 600,000 plus, 3 degrees is 16 million, 16.5 million there, fantastic, and an overall network of 17 million plus with just 15 minutes work. Wow, that's just absolutely stunning. This is more than my actual profile, my regular profile for recruitment, where I've used it for over 7 years intensively every day to build up those contacts, which is around sort of 15-16 million at the moment. So as you can see, the results for this process were instant. They happened on the same day. Going back to my profile, this was again the basic account up there. 500 plus connections, absolute immediate results. It was probably at about 15 million, 12 million within a couple of hours, to be honest. I did it at the worst possible time of the day. I did it at 1:30 in the morning, which didn't really catch the American traffic because it was late evening. It certainly didn't catch the UK traffic instantaneously either because it was the middle of the night. But as you can see, no matter what time of day you implement this strategy, you've got an instant, credible network where you can access 15 million plus people on LinkedIn. So I think that's absolutely brilliant. So just to recap how we implement this strategy, we need to have a basic LinkedIn account. We then need to visit the following URL, which is here. It's tiny.cc/LinkedIn steroids, all one word. If you check below this video, there'll be a hypertext link immediately below this YouTube video that you can click on that link and go directly to the site. It will take you to this site here, which you'll be then presented with the option to sign up. Once you sign up, you then log in, and you can see once you're logged in that you click on build your networks there, and then you have not just LinkedIn import lists that you can use. You've got Twitter in there, you've got Facebook, you've got a whole plethora of options there, but I've just simply used the 4 LinkedIn ones, which has got me immediate results. 18 million was it, in terms of an instant network. So if you want that instant network now, no matter what field you are in, because it will give you the visibility. Remember earlier on I mentioned that if you've got less than 100 connections, you're only visible to, even if they know your name, you're only visible to a very minor proportion, a few percent of the entire 90 million of the LinkedIn network. So that means you're alienating yourself and making yourself invisible to lots of potential prospects and potential customers. If you have 500 plus connections, then you have over 90% of the LinkedIn community, which is over 90 million people in total. They can actually find you on LinkedIn even with a basic account. So for me, it's an absolute no-brainer to implement this strategy. I've done it myself just now, as you can see, other than the other option that I took previously, which was to build up a network of and a very good network of 6,000 direct connections over 7 years, which led to a network of over 15, 16 million in total there. So for me, it's an absolute no-brainer. Click on the link below. If you have any questions at all about this, please go to my Facebook page, which you can find as follows, and enter in there facebook.com/consulting fast track, and it'll take you to the Craig Milbourne recruitment page there, and just post the question on my wall, because if we do that publicly, then I can answer any questions, and other viewers and interested parties can benefit from those answers as well. So it'll save us answering the same or asking the same questions over and over again. So thank you for listening once again. I'm really absolutely stunned and overjoyed that we were able to create this network there. 500 plus connections from a couple of imports, taking no more than sort of 10-15 minutes of my time, which led to network statistics overall of an amazing, astonishing 17 million plus. And anybody can do this right now, today. It gives you instant credibility, instant 500 plus connections on your profile, and a massive network from which to search and be found from inside as well. So best of luck, and I look forward to your comments. Thank you.